Hey everybody, I've got a different kind of project today. I'm going to be building what I feel is a better designed sawhorse. It was originally created by my dad Butch, and we've used these style of sawhorses for over 40 years in the construction trade, building houses, and I continue to use them in all of my projects around the shop. They come in very handy, and I'm going to make this set and give them to my friend Justin Mairot at the Good of the Land. His channel is in the link in the description below, so check out his channel and you'll be able to see both of us in upcoming videos. He's constructing his new shop building on his property about 30 minutes from me. He's already got his slab has been poured for months, and he's got his metal delivered already. We're going to have several other YouTubers over there, including myself, to help him get that building put up and get all of his equipment moved into there. All of his metalworking equipment and tools are basically either over at the museum in Lindale, or they're in storage buildings at the present time. So he's anxious to get it put up. I'm anxious to see him get it put up and start making good use of all the tools that he's been accumulating. He's got some really nice metalworking tools and other fabrication items that really need a shop to put them in. So stay tuned for videos on that. But today we're going to be making these sawhorses, and those are going to be put to use over there on the building project to get materials up at working height so they can be cut on and worked on, drilled, cut, whatever. So let's get started on this little project. Bear with me while I cut the material up, and I'll bring you back. So far I've used 7 standard framing studs which are 92 5/8 inches in length. As you can see, some of them are just cut in half, and I got 3 legs each out of a couple more, and then had an extra leg left over. But I've gone ahead and marked out where these are going to line up when I connect the crossbars to the legs here. These are the legs that have the door hinges on them, and the bottom rung is going to be 15 inches up. I've got a layout here. The top rung up here is going to overlap about a ½ inch on the end up here. The next step is just basically to screw everything together. I've got some 2½ inch drywall screws. You can use decking screws, whatever suits you, but I found that these are plenty strong enough. They hold up forever. I've never had any problem with the tube force coming apart, no matter how much weight I put on them, and I can load these up with literally hundreds of pounds of weight and there's no issue. So I'm going to go ahead and get started screwing these onto each other. First thing I'm going to do is put 2 of these legs opposite each other. Just 1 screw through each side, and then I'll square it up with the speed square to make sure that everything's in alignment. So take one of our cross pieces here, and I've got them marked on the top where they should line up with the outside of the leg. That's 6 inches in, and again it's 15 inches up from the bottom to the cross piece here. You want to countersink them down. That's about a 1/4 inch down. That way it's got good connection in through the leg down here. So I'm going to go to the other side and put 1 screw in. That way I can still pivot and get everything squared up. Done that. Check for square. That one looks good there. Actually, the reason I'm not having to adjust, I've got layout lines here, top and bottom on these, so I already knew that they were going to be pretty close, but there's not even any adjustment needed. On the bottom rung, I like to do a diagonal pointed towards each other, give a little bit of torsional strength that way. And on the top rung, I do a 4 square, just do 4 corner square up there. So that's the way I do the actual screws into each side. That's one that's completed. Now we've got the Sawhorses built, let's take a look at why I think this is a little better design than other ones that I've seen out there on the internet. For one thing, you can take a piece of plywood and put it across the inside. Use that to store paint cans, angle grinders, boxes of nails, hammers, screwdrivers. Another thing that I use them for is for basic scaffolding work. You can get you some walk boards that you put across, and they work very well for setting up some quick and easy scaffolding. Do a little bit of work around the house or getting up to areas up high in the shop. So it worked very well for that. And they're very, very sturdy. Like I say, I can load up probably 1,000 pounds across the legs and not have any problem with stability or any fear of them collapsing on me. Is that you get on uneven terrain, uneven surfaces, and the things wobble. Since you can collapse these a little bit, you move them just an inch or so, they become rock solid when they can find their own level. So that's one thing that I like, is being able to adjust it just a little bit. So pretty much goes without saying, you can throw a piece of plywood or other lumber or even metal pieces like angle iron up on top of this pair of Sawhorses to work on, or you can just use a piece of plywood and use it as, you know, a working surface. But here's something that's, I think, rather unique about this pair of folding Sawhorses, and I'll show this to you real quick. You slide your piece of plywood back. And you got yourself an instant picnic table. So that's one of the unique features of this pair, and I kind of like it. The other thing is, on the tops here, you've got kind of a trough between the hinges. So if you've got a round piece of conduit, a fairly large piece, or a round piece of steel that you need to work on, put it in this trough, and it's not going to roll away like it will on all of the flat top Sawhorses out there. So, well, that's a wrap for this video. I appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, and share. And I'll catch y'all all on the next video.